Welcome to another edition of MIW. Got the D-Man here, and I'm glad you could join me today. Excuse me. Today we're in the 16 Commandments of Poon. I did the video on them yesterday up until number 6. Today we will start on number 7. I want to give a shout out to Rule Zero, Rollo Tomasi, Myron Gaines, Unplugged Fitness, that's Myron Gaines, MLD, Modern Life Dating, Rich Cooper, Ryan Stone, those guys. There's probably a couple more I can't remember. Thor is another one. Listen to those guys. Now, they all focus on different aspects of, we'll say, the dating game. Some are a little cruder than others, and some are more for long-term and a little softer. But you can take what you need and leave the rest. They all have something of value to add to your dating life or your relationship if you're married. I got something in my eye. Okay, but anyway, check those guys out and smash that like button. Share this with a friend. Subscribe. I have more videos coming out, more information that can help you greatly in your dating life or your relationship if you're married. Wherever you are. So let's go. Number 7, the 16 Commandments of Poon. Never allow yourself to be a kept man. A man with options is a man without need. It builds confidence and encourages boldness with women if there is another woman. A safety net to catch you in case you slip and risk a breakup, divorce, or a lost project. If you think they don't have men waiting in the wings for them that they could just pick up right away if you step out, you are sadly mistaken. A woman is always in the game. As opposed to a man, when he gets into a monogamous relationship, he's not out there playing the game anymore, generally. But the woman has always got men coming on to her, sending her messages, talking to her when she's out, flirting with her. You as a man have to actually go out and pursue that, or at least make yourself available, and you do have to pursue it in most cases. So let's go. This will lead to loneliness and a grinding dry spell. A woman who knows once she has slept with a man, she has abdicated a measure of her power. When she has fallen in love with him, she has surrendered nearly all of it. But love is ephemeral, and with time she may rediscover her power and threaten to leave you. It is her final trump card. Withdrawing all her love and all her body in an instant will rend your soul if you are faced with contemplating the empty abyss alone. Knowing there is another you can turn to for affection will fortify your will and satisfy your manhood. Always keep one in the oven, as they say. A lot of guys may think that's dirty pool or dishonest, or they don't want to be treated that way. Well, you're probably being treated that way now. You just don't know it. As I said, she has guy friends. If you're allowing that, or she probably isn't telling you about it, or guys that would just jump at the chance. Maybe she doesn't talk to them anymore, but she knows all she has to do is send them a quick message and say, "Hey, Sam, how you doing?" That's all she got to do to get them going again. And most guys will jump right on that. "Hey, baby, what's up? Let's go out." Because that's what she's doing. She's making herself available to them. Women usually don't chase men in the initial. They chase them afterwards. But in the initial, they make themselves available. They put themselves in a position where the man can't approach them. So you have to remember that. Sometimes the women will come after you. I've had women come after me before, but it's more of the time, more often you have to flirt with them or approach them or talk to them first. Number 8. Say you're sorry only when absolutely necessary. Do not say you're sorry for every wrong thing you do. It is a posture of submission that no man should reflexively adopt, no matter how alpha he is. Apologizing increases the demand for more apologies. She will come to expect your contrition, like a cat expects its meal at a set time each day. And then your value will lower in her eyes. Instead, if you have done something wrong, you should acknowledge your guilt in a glancing way without resorting to the actual words, "I'm sorry." Have you ever said you're sorry? I've made that mistake. I used to say it when I was a player, and it worked well because I really wasn't sorry. I just said it to get the girl off my butt, whatever it was. But in general, if you say you're sorry and you mean it and you act like you really feel bad about what you did, look, you're a man. If you made a mistake, hey, I screwed up, and go on. Don't say anything about it. She brings it up again, just ignore. Pull the Bill Clinton maneuver and say, mistakes were made. That's a good one. I never thought about that. Instead of saying I was wrong, yeah, mistakes were made. Or tell her you feel bad about what you did. You are granted 2 freebie I'm sorries for the life of your relationships. Use them wisely. Okay, so you can say it sometimes. Just don't overuse it. Like all things, moderation. All right, number 9, connect with her emotions. Set yourself apart from other men and connect with a woman's emotional landscape. Women operate emotionally. Men operate logically. If you find yourself operating emotionally, you're too much into your feminine. I've done that, so I know it doesn't work either. Contrary to what popular society in the USA says, that we should show more of our emotional side. Open up. Yeah, do that and watch the girl act like a deer in the headlights. See how well that works for you. Frolic in the surf of emotions rather than the arid desert of logic. Be playful. Employ all your senses. Describe in lush detail scenarios to set her heart afire. Now, I have done that, talk sexually to girls. Some I've just met. What I'm going to do with them in the bedroom. How I'm going to make them feel. Now, you got to use the tone of voice and say it kind of slowly and subtly, and they like that. Very few girls have ever objected to it. And the ones that do are just trying to project that good girl to you. They're not really a good girl. Very few girls are good girls. They want you to think that, though, because they're selling purity. Nobody wants, how do I say, a garden tool. Oh, my mistake. Mistakes were made. Employ all your senses. Describe in lush detail. I say, okay, back to this. Give your feelings freedom to roam. Roam, yes, that is a good word. You're not on a linear path with her. You are roaming all over, taking her on an adventure. She is not the adventure. You are taking her on an adventure. In this world, there is no need to finish thoughts or draw conclusions. There is only need to experience. You're grabbing her hand and running with her down an infinite labyrinth alleyway with no end, laughing and letting your fingers glide on the cobblestone walls along the way. Connect with her emotions, but you don't want to be emotional. Number 10. Ah, yes. Ignore her beauty. Ignore her beauty. The man who trains his mind to subdue the reward centers of his brain when reflecting upon a beautiful female face will magically transform his interactions with women. The man who trains his mind. Interesting. His appreciation and self-consciousness will melt away, paving the path for more honest and self-possessed interactions with the objects of his desire. This is one reason why the greatest Lotharios drown in more love than they can handle. Through positive experiences with so many beautiful women, they lose their awe of beauty and, in turn, their powerlessness under its spell. It will help you acquire the right frame of mind to stop using the words hot, cute, gorgeous, or beautiful to describe girls who turn you on. Instead, say to yourself, she's interesting, or she might be worth getting to know. Never compliment a girl on her looks, especially not a girl you aren't effing. Keep this clean for YouTube. Fornicating with. How about that? Turn on that part of your brain that, if you don't know what fornication means, look it up. Turn on that part of your brain that wants to put them on. My mistake. Turn off that part of your brain that wants to put them on pedestals. I think all of us have pedestalized a girl in our life. And how did that work out for you? Didn't work out too good for me. Further advanced training to reach this state of unawed Zen transcendence is to sleep with many, many attractive women. Try to avoid sleeping with a lot of ugly women if you don't want to regress. Soon a Jedi lover you will be. And this is very true. Do not let her beauty diminish you. Do not let her beauty diminish you. Her value is not high is not higher than yours just because you think she's hot or beautiful. You determine your own value. You project what value you think you have. You know, there are many, many, many beautiful women in the world, okay? Many. What can she do for you? What else does she have? What does she have? Is that all she's got? Many women think that's all they need. Well, for the thirsty simps out there, that is all they need. Some women are making millions of dollars off of that on OnlyFans. But for a high-value, high-status male, she has got to have more than that. For me, she has to have more than that. And for you, you're with me, you're listening to me, you need to make sure she's got more than that too. Because as I've said, that will wear thin pretty quick. Okay, turn off that part of your brain. Here we go. Number 11. Be irrationally self-confident. You are better to think more of yourself or too much of yourself than less. Too many of you guys don't think much of yourselves. You see a beautiful girl and you think, oh man, she's out of my league. Ain't nobody out of your league, brother. Nobody. Nobody's out of my league. Nobody's out of your league. Unless you think they are. Then you automatically put them there and you act that way around them. First, you probably won't approach. And if you do approach, you treat her like she's some god or something because she's pretty. Get on the internet and look at all the beautiful girls in the world. They're everywhere, everywhere. If you're a high-status male, they got to have more than looks because that can change overnight. Accident, fat grenade, pull the pin on the fat grenade. You know how many girls I've seen that I thought were just gorgeous? I'll use the word. Gorgeous. 2 years later, they've been partying, running around, sleeping around, riding the carousel, if you know what that means, the sea carousel. They look like crap. And I wanted them so bad. And I didn't get them for whatever reasons. And I'm thinking, thank God I didn't get that girl. I would be stuck with that now. So remember that. The looks can change overnight or in a short time, in a month. I've seen girls go up 20, 30, 40 pounds in a couple of months. And they weren't pregnant either. They pull that pin on the fat grenade, it's over. Number 12. No, number 11. 10, 11, 12. I have a hard time with the Roman numerals. Flunked math in school. Yeah, okay. Be irrationally self-confident. No matter what your station in life, stride through the world without apology or excuse. Back when I was younger, when I was a player, I'm a player now, but I don't play as much. Okay. I don't go out to the bars. I don't like staying out all night. But what I would teach guys that were with me, I say, you know, when you walk into a place, you walk in there like you own that place. I still do today. I walk in there, I stand tall, I stand straight, good posture. I look around at everybody. I look around at the whole situation. Look around as if you're scanning it, as if you were the bodyguard for the President of the United States. And he's coming in shortly, but you're checking out the place to make sure it's safe. People will look at you. That's good. You'll be noticed. I've had people ask me questions like, are you in the military? Are you like, you work for the CIA? It's really weird. When you walk in like that as a man of confidence and strength and power, and hey, if you don't feel like that, just walk in there like that. Walk with your head tall, like you are somebody. I'm telling you what, and if you do that long enough, people start treating you like you're somebody. You are what you believe yourself to be. Get up every morning, look in the mirror, tell yourself that you love yourself, that you're the greatest, that you're a, I can't use that word, that you're a 10, that you're magnificent. You are magnificently attractive. I know it sounds childish and stupid, but do it. Do it every day. Do it every day for a month, for 6 months, for a year. And I'll guarantee you, people in their outer world will come up to you and bear witness to that. They'll start telling you things that are congruent with what you have become and what you believe yourself to be. You're not going to believe it at first. You're not going to believe it. Say it with emotion. Yell it into the mirror. Look right in your eyes. How do you think you got to be the way you are today? First, your parents were yelling at you or telling you things, and to you, at that time, when you're a kid, it's like they're gods because they're feeding you, they're taking care of you. If they leave you, you think you're going to die. And you will in some cases in the world, not here. But so you got to tell yourself that, and you will come to believe it. You got to do the work. As Rich Cooper says, you got to do the work. And this is the work. You got to be before you can do. Where was I? Okay. Women have a dog's instinct for uncovering weakness in men. Don't make it easy for them. Self-confidence, warranted or not, triggers submissive emotional responses in women. Irrational self-confidence will get you more, he used the P word, I'll say women, than rational defeatism. So remember that. Believe you're a god. Believe you're a king. You think, oh, what are you telling me? I'm a god? Yeah, no, I'm not saying you're the God that made the universe, but we are all made in the image and likeness of God. If you're a Christian, that's what they teach. And I'm not sure about the Quran. I haven't read that yet, but I did start to read that. I'm curious. But most major religions and mystics and everybody will tell you that you are what you think you are. Your consciousness controls your life. Do you have the consciousness of a loser, of a low-value male? Then I'll guarantee you that's what you're projecting into the outer world. You got to change inside before it appears on the outside. If you want women, if that's what you want success, whatever, it all begins in your mind. And then as you visualize these things, use affirmations and emotionalize, opportunities will arise for you to take action. You have to take the action when the inspired thought of the action comes up, no matter how ridiculous it seems. I mean, unless it's something illegal, you're going to get yourself in jail. Take that action. It doesn't have to make sense at the time. It will only make sense when the puzzle is completely put together and you look back. And then you see how it all worked out. So when you have a hard time and you get discouraged, remember, this is part of the process to get you where you want to go. If you have a goal or a vision, whether it be the greatest player in the world, to be a Casanova, a Voltaire, whoever, whatever, a multi-millionaire, a billionaire. Actually, a millionaire isn't a big deal anymore, is it? But whatever you choose to be. The fastest miler in the world, the fastest sprinter in the world, the greatest football player. You got to see it in your mind before it'll ever come to pass. You got to believe it. Maximize this is number 12. Maximize your strength, minimize your weaknesses. In the betterment of ourselves as men, we attract more women into our orbit. To accomplish this gravitational pull, can you see gravity? It's invisible, but it's there. To accomplish this gravitational pull as painlessly and efficiently as possible, you must identify your natural talents and shortcomings and parcel your efforts accordingly. If you are a gifted jokester, don't waste time and energy trying to raise your status in philosophical debate. If you write well but dance poorly, don't kill yourself trying to expand your manly influence on the dance floor. Your goal should be to attract women effortlessly. So play to your strengths no matter what they are. There is a groupie, my mistake. There is a groupie for every male endeavor, except World of Warcraft. That's not true either. I heard, I think it was Rich Cooper said, or was it Ryan Stone? One of those guys said, yes, there are groupies for World of Warcraft. I'm not familiar with that, but I'll take his word for it. So yes, maximize on your strengths. I can talk to girls. I can say things to girls that other guys can't say. I can talk sexual to girls and they like it. I'm not afraid to do that. They know what I want. If I meet a girl online and we hit it off and I'm going to meet her. She knows when I meet her that I want to be with her sexually. I don't leave it to chance. I tell her what I'm going to do with her. They like that. If they don't, then what's the point? I don't have to worry about, oh, let me see. And what if I put my arm around her? Is she going to like that? I put my arm around and kiss her as soon as I meet her. Otherwise, what are you going there to meet her for? You want to have sex with her, right? You do. So why do you want to hide that? They know you want to have sex with her. They know you don't want to just have a coffee. I'm not saying you meet them in a hotel the first time and have sex with them. Maybe that's the way it works out. It can happen. But don't just ask a girl, hey, let's go hang out. What does that mean, hang out? They've heard that 1,000 times. So be direct in your approach. And you have to weigh out each situation, how it's going, what you can say and what you can't say, what will be reciprocated. But don't waste your time with a girl who doesn't want to be with you. She's talking to you, so she's interested in you. If you'd like to get my help personally, marksinspirationalguidance@gmail.com. You can check me out on Instagram, Mark's Inspiration. And that is all I have for today. Hit that like button. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Share this with a friend if you think it will be of help to them. Be cool.